Hello. Recently I've had some pretty moderate success on YouTube Shorts with dunking on Americans with what they say and what they spend their freedom points on. Now, some of my smarter eager eagles noticed that I had a bit of a funny accent, and concerningly, a lot of them thought I was Canadian, which is not surprising because to them, if you don't sound American, you must be one of them goddamn Canadians. Despite this, I actually am indeed Australian.
Oh, Jesus Christ, will you fucking shut up? Nobody gives a shit!
I know a few of my friends and family watching this are going to comment. Before you comment, specifically Dad, "Oh, Matthew, you're actually British." I am. I was born and raised in the United Kingdom and moved to Australia at the tender age of 9 years old. I am now 27, so I think I have some understanding of Australia and how they operate. How the fuck did anyone misconstrue this accent for a Canadian? Surely not. There's no way. I mean, I could get if someone was like, "Well, he sounds British."
Well, at least we're not getting slaughtered in mathematics class.
So anyway, today we're going to be asking ChatGPT and Google what are the top misconstrued myths and stereotypes that Australians face on a daily basis, just in case any of my American counterparts here actually care to wonder about what's going on outside of their first world country. So maybe if you Yanks understand us a little better, we can get together and finally take out the most common enemy that everyone has, the French. Ew. Number one, drop bears. This is probably the most common thing anyone's ever heard if they say they're going to Australia is drop bears. Drop bears are a vicious koala breed that drop down from trees and attack tourists specifically. Yes, they exist. They are deadly. Unfortunately, they have evolved with the times. They no longer just attack with their claws. They now look like Newtown Eshays, and they carry bum bags and switchblades. So if you do happen to see one of those in the wild, just put your wallet down and run. It's not worth it. My number two is my biggest pet peeve is, do you guys ride kangaroos over there? You guys have pet kangaroos over there, dude? No, we do not ride kangaroos, okay? We make love to them. We make sweet, passionate love to kangaroos. We do not ride them. Hey, technically we kind of do ride them. We don't keep them as pets. And as what you would believe, despite living in a very heavily metropolitan area like I do, which is the Gold Coast, you will see them on the side of the road with signs out saying, "We'll suck for food." No, but they are everywhere. They literally are dumb as dog shit as well. I have, in a, again, heavily metropolitan area, been nearly cut off about 7 times by kangaroos and nearly hit about 2. Fucks up your car. They are dangerous. They're like deer. They're like deer to us, you know? I've seen a lot of shit about deers, but yeah, kangaroos, dumb as shit. They are everywhere. They won't fuck with you unless you fuck with them. And even then, they just kind of sit there and they're very timid little creatures. And hey, they got some pretty good fucking pussy, you know what I'm saying? Number 3 is Foster's beer. There's a misconception that the most popular beer in Australia is Foster's. And thanks to The Simpsons for that one. That was pretty outrageously false.
Hey, give me one of those famous giant beers I heard so much about.
Something wrong, Yank?
No, it's pretty big, I guess.
If you say to any Australian here, "Oh, can I have a can of Foster's?" you will be beaten. Foster's is actually primarily an English beer, and even in England it's not that popular. I don't know where it came from. I can't be bothered to find out right this second. I will look at where the origin of the Foster's rumors came from, and I will put it behind me. Wow. Isn't that cool? We don't drink Foster's here, despite what many people think. We are heavily alcoholic though, and we do love a good drink. I love drinking. It's my favorite pastime other than crying in the shower. So, you know, we have a lot of beer brands. We are on the forefront of a lot of craft beer and a lot of craft alcohols. You know, grogs. If you happen to be listening to this or watching this, you have my address. I'm just asking. Please send me more grog. Okay, thank you. Number 4, it says Vegemite overdose, but I'm just going to touch on Vegemite instead. I see a lot of like dumbass Americans and other people tasting Vegemite for the first time. First of all, my opinion on Vegemite is it sucks ass. It tastes like absolute shit. I fucking despise it, okay? And that's going to be controversial, and a lot of Australians hopefully watching this are going to be like, oh my god, I don't know why they're American accent, but anyway, I see a lot of them Americans and other people tasting Vegemite for the first time, and they do this big fat smear on a cracker, and then they eat it, and it's like eating tar, and they go like, oh, that's disgusting. It's like, well, no shit, you know? It'd be like putting like a layer of this thick peanut butter on a piece of toast and being like, what, you don't like it? It's too much peanut butter? It's too much peanut butter? What are you fucking stupid? What are you, lame? What are you, a butthole? Thin layer of Vegemite, to my understanding at least, is a thin layer. And again, it's subject to the consumer. But yeah, I don't like Vegemite. So fuck Vegemite. I agree with you guys. Number 5, and this is a very common one I've heard a lot of times, is that everything can kill you in Australia, or everything's out to kill you. It is. Not to kill you necessarily, but will make your day a lot worse than it needs to be. You know, we interact with huntsman spiders, and I know I'm going to have to put a fucking picture of a huntsman spider behind me right now, and I am actually gagging internally because I can... Oh, I fucking hate them. I hate them. Everyone's like, don't capture them. They're good for the house. They eat the bugs. I don't give a fuck. If a crackhead came into my house and cleaned my toilet every time, but was still a violent crackhead, I'd ask him to leave. You know, I don't fucking need that energy in my house. Number 6 is everyone surfs. They do. Surfing culture is massive here. I wouldn't say everyone surfs. I don't surf. But if you look at the paleness of my skin, I barely go outside. So am I really the case of example for that? It is massive. Where I live, the Gold Coast, Australia, is what it is. It's the Golden Coast. There's a lot of surf culture. I mean, surfer's paradise, you know. We have a lot of surfing going on. It's pretty cool, but I'm not educated on that, so I don't really know. This is going downhill very quickly. ChatGPT's fucking coming for me. Number 7 is Australian slang, the belief that Australians speak in a constant stream of slang, which isn't entirely accurate, and it is entirely accurate. I do not like when Australian celebrities go on interviews and do that cringe cliche thing of like trying to teach Americans Aussie slang and stuff like that. It's more thrown in. I will say, and I'm gonna have to bleep every time I say this, but we say the word a lot, and people apparently find that very jarring. Is a term of endearment in Australia. It is a saying that you can say, and with the right context can come across as a very happy thing, like, oh yeah, Mark, he's a sick, you know, and that's a good thing. But like if I say, get the fuck out of my face, you know, that's the context that you're missing from the fact that everyone says. So yes, we do have a lot of slang. Is this just a roundabout way of me agreeing with a fucking AI program? God damn it. Number 8 is outback living. A lot of people think we live in like fucking deserts and whoop whoop ways. Whoop whoop is slang for middle of nowhere, by the way. Try and keep up, all right? I'm fucking just try and keep up, sweetie. There's a misconception that we all live in the outback and the desert. We don't, okay? If you look at the map of population of Australia behind me, it's heavily populated on the coastlines of Australia. We live on the edge because inside is barren. It is unlivable, okay? It's unsustaining. You can't live there. It's desert. Number 9 is boomerangs for self-defense. Apparently, there's a misconception that boomerangs are used here for self-defense, which this is the only one where I'm like, wow, ChatGPT kind of racist, not gonna lie. It's boomerang is a traditional weapon used by the Aboriginal communities, and it is a hunting tool that was used to behead kangaroos on the fly, if I remember what I was taught. You can look up what boomerangs were actually used for. Use your fucking noggin. No one actually uses them for self-defense. Like I mentioned, we just have knives now. We have a lot of knife crime, and it's scary. And so I don't get to interact or get into altercations as much as I would like these days, because everyone has fucking knives, and not the cool knives like Crocodile Dundee, the scary ones. Oh. The number 10 from ChatGPT is the Great Wall of Australia, which is a humorous myth suggesting Australia has its version of the Great Wall, which it doesn't. Which is sort of true, but it isn't. We had something. I don't know if it still exists. Again, I should have probably done a little bit of research before I did this video, but we had something called the rabbit-proof fence, which is a really big fence that was designed to keep rabbits out. Okay, I asked Google what the most Australian stereotypes there are, and they're all pretty much the same as ChatGPT. No surprise, ChatGPT Googled something for me, congratulations. The only one I can see that is worth mentioning is Australia is always hot and humid, which is true to an extent. Where I live in Queensland, it is always hot. I mean, our winter is warm. It's never like freezing cold. You can get away with wearing shorts everywhere. I wear shorts everywhere, but I think that might be autism, so I don't know. But we do have cold areas. We have snowy mountains, okay? We have the Blue Mountains, which aren't actually blue and are filled with ancestral creatures that will go and stab you for milk money. So we have cold areas, okay? I mean, where our politicians live is cold because there's not an ounce of fucking blood in them, am I bloody right? Look, Australia is a cool country, all right? If you haven't been to Australia, and I know there's a group of Americans that actually believe Australia doesn't exist, and I'm here to tell them that it doesn't. I'm a paid actor. This is a psyop. Australia is a cool place to visit. It's a really comfortable place to live. Is it a little bit on fire at the moment internally with some stuff going on in terms of housing and rent and cost of living? Maybe. But look, despite that, come say good day. We don't throw fucking shrimp on the barbie. We throw prawns on the barbie. We like a good drink. We like a good punt. And, you know, I live here, so take that with what you will. Anyway, I hope this was informative for you. God knows it wasn't for me. I just, if anything, revealed how much I know about my country and how little I know about my country. But my name is Cavemanbrain, otherwise known as Matthew. I have brain damage. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Please like and subscribe. Comment what country you're from and what stereotypes you hate. And go check out this video. And are you still watching? Do you want me to open up Pokemon cards or something? I got cards here. I'll open up Pokemon cards for you. Look, it's a trick or treat, trick or trade. I feel like Stephen Hawking when I have the mic like this. Okay, I am going to open the cards. Okay, we got ourselves. Should we do this? Will it focus? We got that one. We got a Pikachu. And we got a Ghastly. Good heavens. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.